Hey everybody, welcome to Comedy Cigars and Music. And today's cigar for review is going to be Stolen Throne Cigars Call to Arms. There you have it. Alright, off the foot and wrapper, I'm getting some milk chocolate, a floral note in there, some cream, hay, and a little bit of cinnamon. And if you want, you can check out that band there. Pretty nice, really. Alright, we're starting at the cigar here, okay? And right off the bat, you start pulling that smoke in, you get a nice earthy tobacco core right there, alright? And some spice starts coming in right when you start pulling that smoke in, okay? As you let that smoke develop a little bit, and I was scratching my nose, I wasn't picking it. Sometimes when I scratch my nose, people like, stop picking your nose, and I'm just scratching it, okay? There's a difference. It's like if you're picking your nose, you got it up to your first knuckle or something. Anyway, as you hold that smoke in, this sweetness starts developing. As you blow that smoke out, this sweetness really develops even more, and it's almost like for me anyway, it's like a sugary sweetness right in between there, and I'm not sure why I'm rubbing my fingers together like that. That's weird. Anyway, between a sugary sweetness and like this creamy, like frosting sweetness, okay? That's what I'm getting. Also, when you pull that smoke in, a nice helping of spice in there, okay? Some good spice in there. On the Retrohale, it's this earth and nice, subtle, there I go with the finger thing again. What's going on here? Anyway, sorry. This nice, subtle, like sesame seed coming through, very clean on the Retrohale, okay? The finish, a little bit of that sweetness lingering in there, some earth in there, that sesame seed from the Retrohale, and then just nice and clean, okay? And spicy, a little spicy, but a very clean finish. Doesn't feel heavy, nothing like that, all right? So a good start to this cigar, and we'll keep going down. I'll show you that burn line here. I'm a little bit farther than I wanted to get this started off, but I kept getting interrupted, so took care of that problem, if you know what I mean. So anyway, there's that burn. So take it all in. By the way, the components of this cigar, you're gonna have a Sumatran wrapper, and then your binder and fillers are gonna be Nicaraguan. Alright, well into the first third, almost done really with the first third here. Flavor-wise, when you pull that smoke in, you're still kind of getting that earth, tobacco core, a little bit of sweetness in there, alright? And you're getting a little bit of spice in there still. As you hold that smoke in, the earth, tobacco, and sweetness really start mixing together, really nice there. And then as you're blowing the smoke out, you get this nice leather as it's going the rest of the way out, alright? On the Retrohale, you're getting a little bit of that earth, a little bit of sweetness in there, and some of that sesame seed. And if I rub my fingers together one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind, all right? Now on the finish, you're getting some earth, leather, a sweetness. This subtle milk chocolate is just kind of laying in there on the tongue, really good. And you're getting some spice and a little bit of that sesame seed. And for me, that sesame seed is really making this finish very clean. Okay, it's really giving this nice, clean tone to this finish, so I'm enjoying it, and a lot going on in the finish, really, so enjoying that. I would like to take this time to give a shout out to a kid that I've seen around. Everybody calls him Bubbles, okay, so I'd like to give a shout out to Bubbles, good kid. I think he's got a good future ahead of him, so Bubbles, if you're watching this, this is a shout out to you, buddy. Also, sponsor, 58ring.com, check it out. You can click the link in the description box below. Go there, you get yourself a little discount, something for Christmas, maybe your birthday's coming up, something like that. Anyway, check it out, 58ring.com. Trying to solve all the problems of the world. We'll see how they do. And before I tap that off, I want to give you guys a good gander at that ash there and the burn. Pretty dang good. Alright, we are working our way through the second third here. A lot going on in this second third, alright? This cigar is really doing a lot in the second third. Just like I said, that's kind of redundant, but, you know, kind of makes me think poetically, you know, I don't know, roses are red, violets are blue. There's a lot going on with this cigar, and third number 2. So, Edgar Allan Poe, eat your heart out. There we go. Anyway, there is a toastiness now with this cigar that's developed, okay? And then, every so often, there's this fruity component in there, all right? Now, here's what's kind of cool about this. Sometimes that fruity component is all by itself, and then other times, it is kind of intertwined with this dark chocolate. Really good. Every so often, I'm getting a little cinnamon in there too, okay? And then, it stayed very strong with that earth, tobacco, and leather. And that leather is still hitting you right as you blow that smoke out. Really good. On the Retrohale, you're getting some earth and leather. And then, on the finish, it starts out with this leather, okay? And then it kind of, as it transitions, it's going to transition into a roasted coffee. I'm stumbling all over my words. I'm getting nervous. I'm trying to keep from rubbing my fingers together here. Anyway, as it transitions from that leather to that roasted coffee, though, it kind of passes through this little area of dark chocolate, okay? And that's been pretty much every time. Leather, a little bit of dark chocolate into a roasted coffee. And then there's just a little bit of spice here left on the finish in this second third here. So, good things going on with this cigar. Also want to give a quick shout out to Kaplowitz Media, okay? He's been kind enough to have us on there a couple times on his podcast. You can go to his website, kaplowitz.xyz. You can check out a couple of the podcasts we've been on, check out the podcasts we haven't been on. Pretty good stuff. It's fun, it's a good time. So you should check it out. You can check out those podcasts, I think, as they say in the technology world, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Something like that. You know, I'd mentioned people getting confused between picking and scratching your nose earlier. And it reminded me of this time I was in college. Some people call it university. I call it college because I'm like a normal guy. But anyway, sitting beside this girl here, and out of the corner of my eye, it looks like she's picking her nose. Okay, now I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. We're in class, and it was dark because we were watching some video or something. But when I look over, let me put this down. So when I look over, she pulls her finger out of her nose real quick and covers it like this. And then I kept kind of looking out of the corner of my eye just to see what she was going to do. It disappeared, but I have no idea what she did with it, okay? I think she probably wiped it under the desk. That's a respectable move. I can take that. Also, I wanted to say something about this cigar. The wrapper on this cigar, extremely smooth and has a very nice oily component to it as well. Very beautiful wrapper. I don't know why I waited this long to say that, but I just thought about it. So, there you go. Alright, we're finishing out the cigar here. This final third, okay, you got toastiness, you got some fruit coming in there, and you got some cinnamon. Now, as you're blowing that smoke out, that leather has now started being accompanied by just a little bit of milk chocolate. So that milk chocolate's helping bring that leather out through the blow on the blow on the last smoke there, okay, as the smoke's going out. On the Retrohale, you're getting some earth and leather, okay? Now on that finish, you're getting some leather, fruit, dark chocolate still is in there, and that really keeps transitioning to that roasted coffee. Really good. And then that spice has started to ramp up just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. I'm not rubbing the fingers, just putting them together there. As far as the nicotine goes, some people ask me about that, and just for future reference, if I don't mention it in there, then not a big deal. The nicotine on this, okay, vitamin N as we say sometimes, wants to ramp up just a little bit, and it started doing that at the end of the second third and here into this final third. But it's nothing like that's overwhelming, you're not sweating, nothing like that. Just something to be aware of if you're sensitive to the nicotine kick there. Now rating this cigar. For me, this cigar came out to an easy 3.5. This is a 3.5 cigar for sure. You know, I think Bubbles is gonna make it, all right? Now, the draw and the smoke output on this cigar, excellent, no problems. It is dang near perfect, if not perfect, with the smoke output and the draw. The burn, not one single issue with the burn. This cigar has performed absolutely amazing. Smoke time for this cigar came out to 1 hour and 35 minutes. As always, thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this review, have enjoyed other videos, other reviews, please Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We are getting closer and closer to that 500 subscriber mark, and as promised, we will be doing a giveaway at that time, all right? Make sure to leave all your questions and comments below. We'll get to them as they come along. And guys, until next time, be cool to each other, all right? Make sure you're not picking your nose, at least in public, and we'll see you soon.